Hi folks, in today's lesson I'm going to teach you the difference between fluting and faceting. Now they're both very similar and they're both really interesting techniques, but with fluting we're removing clay off in the leather hard state, and when we're faceting, generally speaking, we are removing the clay in the plastic wet stage. And so we're going to go ahead and zoom in and I'm going to teach you the difference. Well, while we're fluting here, I think it's really important to make sure that the tool, which is this little fluting tool here, is making contact all the way down. Make sure it's a nice stiff leather hard, or soft leather hard actually, and just pull straight down. Even pressure all the way. I like to make sure the one cut lines up with the next so there's no space in between the cuts. And also you see that I've propped this up on on my wheel so I can follow through. You don't really want to adjust the angle too much. You just get in a rhythm. And when you get close to the end, you're hoping that the fluting lines line up fairly well. A lot of times there's just a little bit of a thin or thick line. In this case, I'm looking like I'm just gonna get away with that. I've softened the rim a little bit with a sponge. Now it's time to trim up this bowl. So you can see it really changed the way the bowl looked. Going to give me a much smaller foot. And there we have it with the fluting. Now all I'm going to be doing here is making sure that this is a nice even thick wall and tapered inward slightly. This is the only pulling I'm going to be doing. Just make sure it's even. I like to flatten off the rim as well. This is the only pulling I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to be taking my cheese slicer. I don't want to cut more than a third of the thickness. I think that's fairly important. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just make sure I make contact all the way down the bumper. You can see I've taken off a nice little chunk. First few times you do this, you might want to just go to the exact opposite side. Again, make sure the bumper is touching all the way down. I'm going to go into quarters. And then I'm going to just chop off the remaining four corners. And then I'm going to be taking my finger on the inside and just rolling my finger over. Sometimes I actually even open up my left hand and just rolling this over. This is going to give me a what we call a live, luscious rim. Also, it keeps it from splitting when you're stretching it out. You can just use your hands, like the shaping on the inside video, or you can use a rib. You can kind of pretend that you're touching on the outside, but you don't. And then you're just going to apply some pressure out and watch the material blossom. going to use a flexible metal rib on the inside just to clean it up a little bit and to shape it out just a tiny bit more. You can see how it's stretching out those faceting marks. It really makes for a beautiful surface. Glaze breaking opportunity in all these edges. I'm going to let these two pots dry up and we'll trim them up. Okay, looks like we have a perfect leather hard faceted bowl here. I always like to inspect before I trim how much clay I have on the bottom. I can gauge the difference between the wheel head and the bottom of this cup and have about 3/8 of an inch of clay. It's a little bit tricky for some people to center faceted bowls just because it's not perfectly round. You really just have to get as close as you possibly can visually. That looks about it. Lock it down like normal. Trimming these bowls is going to give me a little bit of a nice transition from these ribs to the foot. Again, give yourself a target. I know everything from this line to here is all going to be excess clay, so I can be relatively aggressive with that. There's going to be some uneven clay, so my suggestion is just to kind of hang on and let the tool bounce just slightly until it starts smoothing out up to my target. You can see how we're getting a nice transition from the ribs into the foot. Now with these, since I have all these ribs and angles and edges, sometimes I like to try to just gouge out this clay in one fell swoop. And then pull it up and I can get another additional little rib there. That's totally up to you. Round off those edges. A little bit more right there. Okay, you can see you've dramatically changed the shape of the bowl. Really accentuated